I've made my way back down to Great Aussie Caravans. G'day guys, Marcus Searching for Adventure. Welcome back to another video, and in this one here I've made my way back down to Great Aussie Caravans here in Melbourne to check up on the progress of my van. So I'm not 100% sure of where it's at. Literally just pulled up here at the factory and have driven down from the Gold Coast about 1700 k's. So anyway, gonna go inside and see where the big girl is at. So I made my way into the factory here and the chassis is done. So I'll give you a bit of an overlook of the chassis. Obviously it's got the DO45 coupling up the front, and I've got a Bosch jockey wheel going on. All the checker plate underbody protection along there, and obviously be housing the water tanks along there as well. On with the standard stabiliser legs on mine. I could have gone with the Bosch, but they were a lot more expensive. I've gone with the Raptor coat too, and the Raptor coat there is a really nice finish. I'm not sure of the extra weight that it may or may not incur. I know that it would be a much lighter than going a galvanised frame. Here you've got the inserts here, and obviously you can unscrew these inserts and have access to your water tanks that will be in there. Some people do opt for a different colour here. I did notice a van over there has opted for some white inserts. So look, I might change this down the track and paint these a different colour. Got the stainless steel air tank there for the Cruisemaster ATX airbag suspension, which you can see down here. All looking pretty good. So the Mickey Thompsons, I'm assuming these are an all-terrain tyre, although they do look fairly aggressive. I'm not sure whether they're a mud tyre or an all-terrain, but I think they're an all-terrain. But in terms of size, 285/70 with a 17-inch alloy rim. Disc brakes, obviously. We can see that. So you can get a good look there of the underbody protection, which I think is a really good system. Keep everything protected. Obviously on my van here, I've got the premium rear bar going on. That is a standard rear bar on the back of this one here. Yeah, however, I can't see one in the factory at the moment with the bar that I've got going on, but it's going to look pretty good. Around the other side, you can see here, this is where I'm going to be housing my two 300 amp hour batteries. So they're Arizon batteries, accessed on the outside of the van as per new regulations. I know you can have them inside if they're in a ventilated hatch, but my batteries are going to be on the exterior of the van here. That's all done. Until you actually see the chassis in person, just how large it is. Obviously I've got an extended drawbar on this. On the front I've got the premium toolbox going on, and I've also only just got two 4.5 kilogram gas bottles. It's a gasless van that I'm having built here, so no gas inside. The only gas that I've got going on is obviously I just need some gas for my Weber barbecue outside. So completely gasless van inside. 2.5 weeks before this is going to be all complete. So they do create and build these vans quite quickly. A standard van about 2 weeks once the chassis is made. Mine's going to be a bit longer because it is a Tonka, so there is a little bit more work going into it, and it is obviously a 22.5 foot length van, so there's a bit going on. So I did grab from the guys the DO45 pin, which obviously goes you know, on the back of your car. So when I'm at home, well, I'm staying at my mum's here in Victoria, I can put that pin in, so I'm good to go. So I have got that. Just found out they actually have done the walls for my van. So just behind me here, you can see the aluminium framework for my van here. I'll give you a bit of a quick look. Particularly from here, they will glue on the fiberglass sheeting, put the floor on the van and put the walls up. That's all happening within the next day or two. So it's going to be fairly interesting to see. I'm pretty excited. So there you go, 25039. So it's been a week since I've been down here at Great Aussie, and you just would have seen the chassis here. And I'm going to go inside and see what has been done in a week. So let's go inside and check it out. To see where it's at, and I think I can see it right in front of me. I'm excited. Let's have a look. Behind me here, it is coming together. We've got all walls are inside, they're doing the wiring, and it's looking pretty good. So let's have a closer look as we walk around. Mentioned previously, I'm not going the checker plate on this van. It's like the checker plate without the checker plate, as you can see there. Rear tunnel boot, that doesn't go all the way through there because I've got a diesel hot water service in the middle. But obviously there is a hatch here that'll go under the seat that I've got access. Nice big rear window going in. The other side is the other side of my tunnel boot. The cutout behind me is directly behind the fridge, so I've opted to have the 12-volt system all in behind the fridge. You do lose a little bit of space internally to do that. The other option is you can have it housed under the bed, but for me, this is quite a unique option, and then you can access it from this part of the van, obviously on the outside. So I'm going with a Victron system in here, 600 amps of Arizon batteries, and also with the Victron, they're paired with the Arizon brand board. So that'll be all happening here, and obviously happening in the next week when it goes in, but pretty bloody exciting. I've gone for the split windows, which you may or may not know. I do like the split windows in the bedroom here. Oh, I'm excited to go have a look inside. The two battery boxes down below there. The front tunnel boot. That's probably where the main AC shore power is going to be. Still a big toolbox to go on the front. The DO45. I have got the Boss jockey wheel going on. That's obviously just temporary at this stage. So yeah, they've got a fair amount of work done on it. In here is obviously going to be the picnic table that drops down, Fusion speaker. Right here, there will be a built-in wash machine here. I've got drawers, window, obviously all the 12-volt stuff coming in through here. Cupboards all around. Up the top, the vent is in. Over there, I've got the full-length pantry on that side there. This here is going to be a pull-out drawer where I've got my induction and another couple of drawers and a bin drawer down there as well. This will be underneath the sink. Gone the white sink. So showers in, and I've gone the gold pack, obviously. It's looking quite nice. Over on this side here, the vanity is going to go in here for the ensuite window, and then down here, obviously, I've got the Ogo composting toilet going in. In the rear of the van, this is where I've requested, well, I've designed in a larger space, so I've got extra space. I wanted 400mm before you hit the bed, so pretty exciting. I've opted to have the shelving here. I didn't want to have any hanging space whatsoever. And obviously storage hatch up above. The dual windows over here. This area here behind me is pretty unique. I'm going to have a built-in TV, a 32-inch built-in TV. So I do not have to unhook the TV and hook it back up when I travel, which is going to be quite unique. And as you can see there, it's going to be all built in with cupboards below, which is quite handy use of space. Here you've got the Dometic air conditioner. It looks like it's in. That's the spot ready for the fridge, and in behind the fridge obviously will be the 12-volt system. Good, back here, tables in. You can see the colour and the texture there of what I've chosen. I'm pretty happy with that. That's looking good. Obviously I've got a hatch to access that under storage area there as well, and also on the other side that's looking pretty good. And underneath in the middle here is where my hot water service is going. Certainly plenty of overhead cupboards. So that's obviously not my flooring, that's just a protective flooring down, but you can see that's my flooring style there. So I think looks pretty good against that tan ochre colour that I've chosen for the upholstery there. I may not know, I've gone with 1200 watts of solar, so I've got 6 200-watt solar panels. Got the Dometic Fresh Jet, I think it is, air conditioning system. You can see just over here. I've gone with all the Arizon products, so the Arizon batteries, the Arizon board that's going to work with the Victron system. So it looks like they've got quite a bit going on up here, which is good to see. I still can't believe how much they've done in 1 week. That's the hatch there for the shower. Obviously that there is the hatch above the bed, and that's where the 12-volt dust reduction system is going to go. Have just noticed behind me there is another Tonka. It's a different layout obviously, but it's going to give you an idea of what mine's going to look like at the end, and especially the colour scheme. I've gone with a very similar colour scheme to this Tonka that you can see here, and obviously on the back you can see the rear bar. Now again, this is not my van, but that's the rear bar that is going to go onto the back of my van, which looks pretty bloody smart, to be honest. The next video is going to be the full rundown of the van, and so keep your eyes out for that. If you enjoyed this episode, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Woo!